Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, have you ever said you would never do something in your life? One evening at the dinner table, I announced to my brother, I am never getting married and I am never having children. What? He said, you're only 12. How do you know that? I have decided, and it's just going to be the way it's going to be. I bet you $100 before you're 40, you're going to be married. $100? A lot of money. I was very practical with my money. I never bet on stuff. I didn't spend my allowance. I saved it. I was saving it for something really important, like maybe someday I would need a fridge. My brother spent all his allowance on video games. I'll bet you $10. $10 it is. You're on. You're going to be, that's $10 just for getting married. Another $10 says you'll have kids before you're 40. No way. I've decided. I had decided I was not going to be bogged down with a relationship that led my life. I was not going to be bogged down with children that I had to raise. As much as I loved kids, I was the best babysitter in the whole neighborhood. I got all the gigs. But no way. I wanted to have adventure and career. And I saw that all these famous people that had all these great careers were continually getting divorced. I was not going to become one of them. I was going to be an independent woman. I moved to Asheville. I had, very fortunately, avoided being married. I was doing a great job at it. I had lots of different boyfriends. I would consecutively date one man and then go on to the next one. I got here. I had just broken up with a boyfriend to come here, so I couldn't do a 12, 15-hour by-car relationship. It just wasn't going to work. I got here. My friend that I worked for now said, I have this really great friend. I know you love to ride motorcycles on the back of them, and he's a really safe rider. You should meet him. Okay, I said, yeah, sure, He said, I'm just going to set up a lunch. We'll all, it's a whole group, go to lunch. I said, sure, no problem. I had made a decision I was not going to date for at least a year as I got to Asheville. No way, no dating. I didn't know if I was going to stay. I might go back to Chicago. So I wasn't even going to have a boyfriend for a year. He set up the meeting. I got there before he did, and I saw him stride across the floor and shake this man's hand, and I felt my heart jump. No, I said, quiet. No dating. Shh. I went over to meet him. He was like interrogating me, asking me question after question after question, boring into my soul with his eyes. Man, this man's intense, I thought. There was this friend sitting right next to him, slowly eating his lunch, not looking up at all, completely looking at his food. And this guy I just met, Jeff is his name, finally gave me a little break. I turned to his friend and I said, you've known Jeff a long time. What can you tell me about him? He slowly chewed his bite and said, he's a scam artist. They both burst out laughing. I thought, this guy Jeff's got good friend. Sounds like he's a good friend to him as well. Jeff drove me back to the office as my friends all drove back in their car. The one thing I know is that if I'm going to be really good friends with someone, initially when I first meet them, I will be really comfortable with them in silence. I wondered if I would be comfortable with Jeff in silence. I reached forward for the door handle and thought, I wonder. I turned to him and I said nothing. I just looked into his eyes. People, when they don't know each other very well, are usually very uncomfortable with silence. I thought, I know he'll just break the silence. Right away, he'll just start talking. He sat back in his seat and said nothing. Seconds passed. A minute passed. I felt really comfortable with this guy. 2 minutes. It's a long time. I was starting to wait him out. Who is going to break the silence first? I finally said goodbye. I was really comfortable with this guy. What I didn't know is he was thinking, as I walked across the street, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around and wave at me. I couldn't help myself. he said. Oh, I'm going to be thinking about her the whole weekend while I'm at this conference. Of course, I was leaving for town too. We met every day after I got back from the conference, and I was still not dating. No, we would go out to lunch. He would come over and read a story to me at my apartment and leave. I was not dating for a year, still not dating. I finally realized I was really starting to like this guy. I was falling in love. And then I let myself fall in love with him. We fell in love, and one day he said to me, he was pontificating about something going on, and he said, my wife, and kept pontificating. I said, did he just call me his wife? No, he couldn't have. Yes, he did. No, this is not possible. You didn't hear that. I did hear it. I did too. Be quiet. No, just pretend you didn't hear it. Finally, he stopped and said, did I just call you my wife? I said, you did. He said, well, you felt like it in the moment. Can I call you my wife the rest of the night? We're going out to dinner. I thought it was a little strange, but I said, okay. The waiter came. He said, my wife will order this, and my wife will order that. He is having so much fun. The next day, I went to meet him for lunch. I see him down in the store as I'm on my way, a little antique shop. I walk down there. He's looking at rings. I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm married to you. I'm getting a ring. I'm going to wear a ring. We're married. Isn't it a nice ring? It's a puzzle ring. I said, yes, it's very nice. Okay. So he started wearing a ring. I'm married. We're married. I'm married to him. I thought, he's really taking this seriously. He said, it's a subscription marriage. It's a Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'll have you, he called me up and said, how about if you subscribe for a day? You could just be married for a whole day. I subscribed. Then as it expired, he called me back and said, oh, you know, it's for a weekend now. I thought it was so cute. I kept subscribing. So we had a subscription marriage for 2 years. Then we decided to make it long-lasting. We got married on November 28th, 9 years ago. But we've been together for 11 years, married. I learned from that to almost never say never. Madam Toastmaster.